guys, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Pulse on Channel Partner Quad. I am J-Man. This edition of the Pulse will be giving you guys our WWE Royal Rumble 2015 preview coming this Sunday on the WWE Network. It's the Rumble. It's this time again. Starting WrestleMania season, starting the road to WrestleMania. Always, in my opinion, the most exciting pay-per-view of all of the year. Always look forward to the Royal Rumble. Always have since I was a little kid. Just love it. I mean, so many great, moments and matches and memories and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, what we've always talked about with wrestling, which is giving one of the most vital parts and one of the most vital keys to professional wrestling and to great professional wrestling, which is unpredictability. And that's what the Royal Rumble always delivers, because this is where, the big WrestleMania puzzle pieces start to fall in place and pieces start to come together, and we start to see what we're going to be getting in the months ahead going towards WrestleMania. So definitely look forward to it. We're going to run down the card for you. First up, we have the pre-show. We have a six-man tag with Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, and Adam Rose. Going up against the New Day. Don't give a shit. Really don't even... Oh, God. Just... I think Cesaro and Tyson Kidd could be a cool tag team. Why they have been in segments with Adam Rose, I can't fucking put in place, except for they were one of the groupies, people in his little party group, whatever the fuck, dressed up, and they took their shit off, and they were Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, and they took out the New Day. Good for them. The shitting of Cesaro continues. Winner, I don't give a fuck.
I'll be on the back 40 during this time.
Probably the back 40. Oh, goddamn boys on the fucking back 40.
It toothbrush bars in the back 40.
Guys will have absolutely no idea what we're talking about for the rest of this episode. First match in the official card. We have the Ascension going up against the New Age Outlaws. Yep. We had the segment on this previous Raw. By the way, I know you guys will probably hear the fucking hammering. There's a dude working on our fucking... the trim around our upstairs, so hope you guys aren't too fucking annoyed by that, because we are, so you guys probably will be too. Sorry about that.
We're going to try to make this quick, painless.
Yeah, we'll try to get it out of the way as soon as we can. So yeah, we have the Ascension and the New Age Outlaws. This pretty much being started around the segment that they did this past Raw, and the Raw reunion that they had. Had a bunch of old tag teams. They had the Outlaws out there, had the Acolytes out there, or the APA out there. Had NWO out there, minus Hulk Hogan, just Nash and Hall and X-Pac. And then you had the Outlaws come out, all shitting on shitting on the Ascension, which is what has been pretty prominent on TV lately. Bringing them up, looking dominant against the former tag champions, Miz and Sandow. And then just they keep shitting on them. I think there was a word going around where the announcers were being told to shit on them because I think they messed up a promo or some shit or whatever the case may be. So now they're just coming out saying how they're better than the Legion of Doom, better than Demolition, better than all these fucking gimmicky type tag teams. And then they just shit on them. Why? I mean, you spent so much time building up this team, and they look to be a promising young team that could be different. Whether or not the whole gimmick got over or not, at least give it a fucking shot instead of bringing them up, having to win one match, and a week later you're just shitting on them. I don't get it. They're going to get a win here. Hopefully maybe you could get this on track. I was a huge fan of them in NXT. I thought the gimmick and everything got over a hell of a lot better there than it is in WWE, which is unfortunately a trend with NXT guys coming up to WWE, at least lately. Bray Wyatt has really been the only one lately. Obviously you get the Rollins and the Ambroses and those guys come up, but lately, as far as a gimmicky type character come up and work, it's been Bray Wyatt. Everything else has been a fucking failure. Adam Rose and all this shit. Bo Dallas didn't work, and the Ascension is going on that path. And I hope those guys don't continue on that path because, like I said, I think they could definitely do something, at least in the tag division, and I think it's something different and that we should at least give a shot, and they're really not giving a shot, which is kind of pissing me off. But hopefully we'll get back on track here. Look for the Ascension to obviously get the win over the fucking Outlaws in 2015.
I hope the Ascension win. I enjoyed the Raw reunion. It was nice seeing some old faces and stuff. Intriguing to see them setting up some stuff. Ascension loses, I'm just going to be baffled of what they're going to continue on. Are they going to send them back down? Do they have enough faith in them? I don't know what's going on, so the Ascension should win.
Yeah, hopefully get this back on track. Next up, which is going to continue with our fucking non-singles matches and a lot of tag matches on this fucking card. We have a Divas tag match with Paige and Natalya going up against the Bella Twins. Really just all Total Divas BS here. Adding in Paige to Total Divas. I think there's some fucking angle they're doing now where like Rosa Mendez is hot for Paige and shit, and like Rosa tries to kiss her, and she's like, "Whoa, I'm not a fucking lesbo," and all this kind of shit, acting like a true. God, you gotta do better than that, dude. Like a true sack nugget. It's the greatest thing ever. You guys need to pick this shit up. Just like flips to random shit, and then it just says like, what does that say?
Mouth monster.
Yeah, that's terrible. There's be a ton of what is that?
Pussy pincher.
Yeah, pussy pincher. It's just the creative shitting on things.
That's the name of this tag match. It's the pussy pinchers.
Yeah, the pussy pinchers. Paige and Natalya, the pussy pinchers.
Didn't Paige like lick Natalya in like a match?
I don't know. It's just it's all built on Total Divas bullshit here.
Who has the title?
Nikki Bella still has the title.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll have a title match in Royal Rumble.
Nothing in the Divas division makes any goddamn sense.
I know AJ,
except for in NXT, that makes a whole hell of a lot of fucking sense of what they're doing down there. Fucking Charlotte and Sasha Banks and all the fucking great shit they're doing down there, and they were doing with people like Paige.
I know AJ's out.
Yeah, we won't be seeing AJ probably anymore. I would think
she's probably had neck surgery.
I don't think we'll be seeing AJ anymore. What they were doing and what they did with her at Survivor Series and everything, but. Total Divas in a big clusterfuck here. Winner, who fucking gives a shit? They'll probably have the Bellas win, and maybe they'll have Paige and Natalya turn on each other. Who gives a fuck? You gonna be on the back 40 for this?
I'll be on the back 40.
Back 40.
Back 40 with my two good friends.
Yeah.
Hillbilly looking folk.
Love you, buddy. Next matchup, we have the WWE Tag Titles on line win. Champions Usos go up against The Miz and Damien Mizdow. Yeah, just typical Raw stuff. We've seen these guys have so many fucking matches together. It just seems normal. There's nothing, it's, the Usos put on great work. Mizdow's character is, in my opinion, has been stale from the start. I don't find it that funny. I mean, live was the only time it kind of came off funny, but it's ran its course by far to me. I think he's a hell of a fucking talented guy. He's entertaining as shit. He is funny. But I just think it's way too fucking long here. I think they could start to reel it in. I think that's what we will start to see soon. Probably get a Miz turn on, Sandow, and they'll hopefully turn Sandow back to what he was. It's a great fucking character, and hopefully go that route instead of this shit because it's just getting fucking stale and old, and I'm just done with it. Look for the Usos to get the win here. Just like I said, very typical fucking Raw weekly type match that we'll probably get here with a little more flash and flair. Maybe just added to it because it's on pay-per-view. But look for this to be okay. Nothing really special by any means with the Usos retained tag titles.
A weird feeling. Standout's going to turn on Miz here or vice versa. That's why they have it set up like this. Like J-Man said, we have so many of these matches on Raw and SmackDown and fucking other main event and all that other crap. I hope the Ascension finally gets into that. I'm not saying a title hunt right away, but they need something in this tag division. Give Cesaro and Kid a title match. Do something. Because you can put Sandow back in some kind of title hunt, and The Miz just needs to go back away. So
yeah, because as long as this whole comedy type thing, the quality of the matches aren't really going to be there. It's all about the comedic element of what Mizdow's doing, the character type shit and the gimmicky type shit that they've been doing. It just doesn't provide anything to where overall match quality is going to really do anything. Which I know that's not what you're looking for with this. It's a character and it's a gimmick that he's played up in this shit. But hopefully they could get more dissension caused there, and they could. Hopefully get the tides turning. Maybe they do have Sandow turn on Miz where he just starts to get sick of shit or whatever the case may be. Or
somebody eliminates somebody or Sandow eliminates Miz in a match.
Yeah, true. Or who knows? But God, just needs to fucking get over with. But look for the Usos to retain tag titles in that matchup there. Next up, we have the triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We have champion Brock Lesnar going up against Seth Rollins and John Cena. Really what we coined when we were in pre-production of our show, really past, present, future. You look at, John Cena is the present type guy the last couple years. Lesnar is the guy back in the day, coming back into prominence lately, and Seth Rollins as the fucking present, in our opinion, and the future. So this one, I think, was built on a lot of unpredictability and a lot of mind games to the fans, and to thinking, why the fuck did they add Seth Rollins into this matchup? Because as soon as I saw that, I was like, that is extremely intriguing what they're going to be doing there. Obviously, the main setup in fucking intelligent people's minds is thinking, okay, that's a way out for them not to have Lesnar pin Cena or Cena pin Lesnar. It's a way out. They could, cop out, Rollins and have him be the guy who gets pinned or submitted, whatever the case may be, to have a decision there. That is a case. Obviously, you have the briefcase in play as well with Seth Rollins. I don't think that's going to be a play. I don't see any. I would say 100% that there's no briefcase action going on at the Royal Rumble. I still think that's down the road. Yeah, but I mean, it's provided some really great stuff. Seeing our boy Tyler with what he's been doing lately and ending some of these Raws, looking dominant as shit over guys like Brock Lesnar and John Cena just blows my fucking mind. It's just so awesome to fucking see where this guy's at. And, I go back to it time and time again, going and seeing him live in front of fucking 200 people thinking, like, God, this guy is the shit. And I just wish everybody else would fucking realize the talent that this guy has and how much he is the future of this fucking business. And we're seeing it. And it's finally coming to fruition. And everything that he's been doing, he's just been fucking gold. Easily the best fucking part of WWE by and fucking far over the past, I don't even know how long. The best heel, put on the best quality work. I mean, he's just been flawless. He has not fucked up any of this run that he's been on when he has been just set up to almost fail because being pushed in there like a guy that you wouldn't believe is being playing the character up, being able to cut the promos and this and that, and he's just proved everybody wrong. And he's just been absolutely tremendous. We had a light flicker, Jesus.
Yeah, I was like,
what the fuck happened there? But just has been flawless, and just can't say enough of just how great Seth Rollins has been in the run that he's been doing over the past 6 months or so. So great stuff there, and we just can't say enough about that. But yeah, this is going to be extremely intriguing. Match quality, I have no goddamn idea what we're going to get. Throwing a Seth Rollins into the mix obviously makes it a little bit better because seeing another fucking drawn-out Brock Lesnar-John Cena match, I just want to put a goddamn fucking knife through my eyes. I don't want to see that shit anymore. Cause
a knife or a spork?
Just a spork from KFC, the plastic motherfuckers.
Or old Taco Bell runs.
TB, just fucking with volcano sauce on it so it burns like a bitch.
If you can find me volcano sauce.
Bitch, motherfucker. Spork with volcano, dude. Volcano spork.
Now I really want some Taco Bell.
Yeah, just fatty days. Quality times.
I'm still a fatty.
I went to Taco Bell after we did a video and I almost broke my leg doing the RKO thing.
You here?
Yeah, right here. The times that nobody has seen behind that camera. Good stuff.
No homo?
No, not, I mean, come on now. Come on.
Hey, come on.
Those ones we really don't know. Yeah. So, I really have no idea. I mean, I don't think Seth Rollins is coming out as champion. I think his time will be coming up here. I think they full-heartedly believe that he could be champion, and we all do too. God, it was really hard, but I'm going to go with Lesnar. I'm going to stick to what the game plan has been over the last couple months as far as going into WrestleMania. It was really hard because I just got a sneaky feeling that somehow Cena might come out on top. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Lesnar. With the whole intriguing stuff with Heyman, with his involvement with Rollins lately, that's been pretty intriguing to see what the future could hold with that. But as we all know, Lesnar's contract will be coming up around WrestleMania time, so they're gonna need to blow off all that heat that he's built up, which is monumental amount of heat. Taking the streak down. Last year's WrestleMania, defeating The Undertaker, just ass-pounding the shit out of John Cena at SummerSlam. So, I mean, there's just been two things that we never thought would happen, over the course of the last year, and just has built up this monumental amount of heat on Brock Lesnar, and he's going to have to trade it off to somebody. And I just don't think that the blow-off's going to be in a triple threat match and where he doesn't even get pinned. You know what I mean? So I just don't see that being the case, and I just don't see it being a very big blow-off if he even gets pinned. In a triple threat because there's other options in this and that. I just think it's going to be probably the blow-off at WrestleMania. But I'm going to go with Lesnar retaining the title in what should be an extremely unpredictable, intriguing, and hopefully quality triple threat World Championship match.
Whenever we always talk about WWE and how it's become with the technology and spoilers and all that, we always talk about how WWE back in when we were younger, was so intriguing because you don't know what the fuck they're going to do. That's what we're at right now. We could go on WWE, we can go on the internet and look up spoiler, blah, blah. I don't want to. I want to come in Sunday, blind as a motherfucker, and just see what the fuck they're going to do.
How can you see if you're blind?
Okay,
On the back 40.
Back 40.
Blind bastard on the black 40. Black 40.
Black 40.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
No Bill Cosby jokes. But I want to see how they set it up and how they pull, if they somehow they can pull this off to make this a good Royal Rumble and lead it to a good WrestleMania. Who's going to win this? I really don't know. Because no matter whoever wins this, there's different things that will set up for the Rumble match. Right. Because there's different aspects. They could do a Cena and they continue on with the Roman Reigns shit, which none of us want to see. You could do Rollins and the Roman Reigns. Literally, there's so many. You get Bray Wyatt winning. There's just so much shit. We'll get in the Rumble match here in a second. But there's so much shit that could, that'll trickle down from who comes out of this as a winner. And like J-Man said with the Paul Heyman shit and Mike's going out again. Paul Heyman shit and with Rollins and Lesnar and how he hates Cena. I really cannot figure out what they're going to do, and I'm leaning more towards Cena winning this, but I could also see Lesnar winning this. So literally, right now, if you had to put a gun to my head, I'd pick Cena winning this overall.
We didn't even talk about possibly the wild card in this matchup with obviously, you get the Authority involved with Tripp and all that kind of stuff. Maybe a Sting could get involved because it seemed like he's been getting involved lately in a lot of John Cena's matches. He got involved, obviously, with his WWE debut with Survivor Series and helping Team Cena win. Cena wasn't out there.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that because I was next to Robert and ejaculation flew up everywhere.
And then this past Monday on Raw, coming out and Cena getting the kind of roll-up win on Rollins after they had all that stuff. So we could possibly see that, and the continuation of the setup for what it looks like it's going to be Sting and Tripp at WrestleMania. So that could be something going down. I mean, there's a lot of factors that really are playing into this that make it pretty unpredictable and hopefully some quality stuff that we're going to be getting out of this matchup here. But, yeah, definitely going to be keen on seeing what's going on here.
And also with that Sting thing, you can also have Taker come out and screw Lesnar.
Never know. There's like we said, there's so many factors and so many options you could go with. But the thing that I'm getting out of it, no matter the outcome, it's just great to see Seth Rollins in this position and his, fucking however long he's been. I think a couple years now that he's even been on the main roster. In 2012, they debuted, on the main roster with the Shield. 2012, Richard Green. On the main roster. So, I mean, it's just great to see him this soon, already in these high-profile fucking matches. And he's been in these for quite some time. Ever since the Shield came in, they've been in high-profile matches. But now singles-wise, and just proving what he is, which is the fucking future and the shit. I mean, this dude is the shit, and we've been saying it for quite some time. So definitely intrigued to see what's going to be going down in the triple threat matchup there for the WWE World Championship. On the back 40. Next up, we have what everyone always looks forward to when it comes to the beginning of the year, when it comes to WWE, and it comes to the Royal WrestleMania, which is the 2015 Royal Rumble matchup. Always just such fun, such unpredictability. It's an hour of just unpredictability is all it is. You don't know what the fuck you're going to get. Old guys, new guys, returning guys. You don't know what the fuck you're going to get. And you
still don't want to.
There's really only a couple of years in the past however many years that I could really peg a guy okay, this guy guaranteed is going to fucking win it. I can't really think. I mean, Batista was kind of one last year. That was pretty, it was either him or Bryan, which we were all hoping Bryan, obviously, with what all went down there. 2013, Cena won it. That looked pretty fucking predictable. 2012, Sheamus won it. We all were thinking that Jericho was probably going to win it going into that matchup with Jericho and Punk.
We were there for that.
We were. That was in St. Louis. 2011, Del Rio won it, which really wasn't, I would say, predictable, but it was one of the guys that was up there, but still pretty unpredictable. That was the 40-man one. One lasted One lasted a fucking hour and 20 minutes. 2010, Edge return won it, so that's definitely unpredictable. 2009, Randy won, which is the one that I probably would have pegged that he was winning. That was all Randy's time at that point, going into WrestleMania 25 and that disappointing matchup with Triple H. 2008 was the Cena return, which is damn super fucking unpredictable. And then, so I mean, there's so many times over the past 10 years or so where it's just been. You could go in because I mean, if we look at I wish we could just take a fucking shot of. What am I trying to say? Going back in my mind and thinking going into all of these shows, what was predicted or what was the buzz of going on and stuff like that, and how many it was just 180 ass backwards of what actually ends up coming out. That's what always happens. You have such a pegged thought out scenario, and then it just gets all fucked up, and we're just sitting there just in unpredictability land. I can't talk.
Unpredictability land.
Unpredictability land. Sounds like some Michael Jackson spinoff.
Hashtag unpredictability land.
Hashtag unpredictability land. Where we just don't know what the fuck is going on, and we're just seeing it unfold in front of our eyes, and that's what you get in the Royal Rumble, and that's just what makes just the most exciting pay-per-view of the year. A lot of stuff to get to here. You have possible returns. Randy Orton, I look forward, would probably say 95 to 100% I would see in this matchup. Can't wait to see what he's going to be doing. Coming in with the face turn that he did against the Shield, looking like a possible setup to maybe Randy Orton Seth Rollins matchup at WrestleMania, which we would all be for. That'd be fucking tremendous. Which looked like what they were setting up whenever Randy left. So probably look for that one. Guy like Sheamus, probably say would probably be around the same predictability as far as being in the matchup. I know he was on an interview saying he'd probably be there sooner rather than later or something like that. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Mysterio's another one.
Maybe, I doubt that one.
There's so much shit going on.
Maybe,
backstage.
yeah. You have possible, not really legends, but kind of guys that, especially being in Philadelphia for this pay-per-view, guys like RVD coming in the Rumble, and there's been talk of the Dudley Boys coming back. I know they have been in talks lately with WWE. I know Bully Ray has been in for quite some time of coming in. I'd be extremely intrigued to see what they're going to be doing there. Maybe do a return of the Dudleys, and then maybe you can see them in one of the tag matches. Maybe have the Ascension start to beat down the Outlaws and beating up the Veterans, and maybe have the Dudleys return there and do a spot there. I could really see that in one of those tag matches. That'd be whether it be the title match or whether it be with other guys like the Ascension. That'd be kind of tight. To see that, and then maybe see what they do after that. Maybe a Bully Ray break off and maybe do a singles thing with him, which a lot of people want to see, and I would love to see it. It could be some really good stuff. Have the young guys. It's been a trend lately with NXT guys coming up and debuting. I know we have Bo Dallas in one of them. You had I can't even think of what other fucking guys they had debut. I know Bo Dallas was one.
Rose debuted, didn't you?
No, I don't think he did. And the one I fucking remember the most is Bo Dallas, because he was in there and he was like kicking Cena down in the corner. I'm like, it's fucking random. But tons of options here as far as NXT guys. I think WWE had a poll online which guys they wanted to see or whatever, and just the fucking list goes on and on as far as that goes. But I know NXT has a lot of stuff set up right now as far as guys that could really debut and then continue on a run with WWE instead of just debuting and going back to NXT. But I look for some guys to possibly be debuting maybe in the Rumble here as far as NXT guys go, so really look forward to that. You have your obvious legend spots that you normally see. Maybe see like a Nash or X-Pac or some of the guys that were on this past Raw reunion, something like that. The outside people of maybe like a Taker or a Sting. I mean, Sting really wouldn't make a lot of sense with what they've been setting up lately with Tripp or whatever, but maybe his whole thing has been against Seth Rollins. I'm setting up Sting and Seth Rollins. Random as fuck. I don't know. You never know what the fuck they're gonna do. And obviously Taker too. I mean, you don't know. I mean, you never fucking know. You can't go in and say this will not happen. You just can't say it, and especially you can't say it when it comes to the Royal Rumble. So look for some surprise stuff. Look for some returns and some debuts and stuff like that. But they definitely have. They definitely have a setup for some definitely unpredictable shit as far as guys returning, debuting, that stuff. They have a lot of names, big names out there that can come in and make an impact in this Royal Rumble matchup here. It really comes down to a set core of guys. If you're not going to have a returning guy winning it like a Randy, I don't see a Sheamus winning it. Randy would be the only outside guy that's not really kind of been listed as far as winning it. I just don't see that happening. I think it'd be a huge pop for people. I think people were getting behind Randy as a face because, God, this heel run was getting so stale. It wasn't even fucking funny. I just don't see that happening. Obviously, the key guys are Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose. Outside of guys that maybe could get thrown in out of that title match, if you don't see him, maybe see a Cena or a Rollins come into this matchup, or a Lesnar. Fuck, if he loses the title and then comes in. Unpredictability out the fucking wazoo with this shit. We've seen it before, and we can never doubt anything happening. But that really looks like the core 5 guys there. And then it just gets crazy from there. Who fucking knows what's going to end up happening? I mean, if right now, like Quaddy was saying, if you had to put a gun to his head, he'd pick Cena in the title match. If you had to put a gun to my head, I unfortunately would fucking say Roman Reigns. It just looks like the build has been there, but the reasoning and the used to do it is there. Nobody has given a shit about him over the past couple months. The build since he's been back has just been blah. Nobody's fucking given a shit about him. He's just been there. He's just another guy. Everybody else is fucking hotter as shit than he is. I mean, his crowd reactions have gone way down the fucking shitter. His promos are goddamn horrible. I mean, noteworthy horrible. So if they still want to keep going with this, more power to them, because they're going to need a hell of a lot more than what they've got going on right now. I just do not think it's his time. Do I think it could be his time? Yeah, maybe down the road. I mean, I see what they're doing here. I'm not stupid. I understand the draw that a Roman Reigns is, and you know, the fan base that he's going to provide, a very Cena-esque fan base. And what did we all think about John Cena when he first started? He was terrible, this and that, and we finally gained his respect over the quality of work that he finally put on and the work that he just busted his ass doing. I don't even think he's to the level of deserving what John Cena did back in those times. He hasn't proved anything. He hasn't given me a noteworthy singles fucking match to even talk about, or noteworthy anything by himself to fucking do. The only noteworthy thing he has ever done is when he is surrounded by Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. It's the only noteworthy thing I have to say about Roman Reigns. And it's not him, it's the other two guys that are with him producing the quality that is right in front of his eyes. And he's just the cleanup guy that looks like he did all the fucking work when he didn't. So, by and far, the last fucking person I want to see win this goddamn match is Roman Reigns, to set up a fucking Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar snooze fest that absolutely no one should give two shits about. That's why I'm still holding out on Seth Rollins cash-in at WrestleMania. I think it would just be fucking awesome to see that. If you see a Roman Reigns win and then see a Seth Rollins cash-in, the first cash-in of WrestleMania, which is what everybody has wanted to see because of the crowd and the atmosphere and what the Money in the Bank brings, comboed with a WrestleMania-type thing, comboed with a main event or a higher profile matchup at a WrestleMania would be the shit. But like I said, put a gun to my head, I'd probably pick Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan is the other one that's really been the guy that's come up lately. He made his announcement that he was going to be in this year's Royal Rumble, which was totally out of nowhere. We didn't even think he was going to make it to WrestleMania, let alone the Royal Rumble. The only thing to me, this would be the guy that I would pick. To give Brock Lesnar the best quality match that we could possibly get at WrestleMania, it's going to be Daniel Bryan. He's the only guy that could pull it out of him and pull something noteworthy. And I think the story is built up there as far as the comeback goes, and then having to, you know, be the David Goliath type thing and take out the fucking beast that took out the streak and beat the shit out of John Cena and has been champion for, you know, over 6 months or half the fucking year or whatever, and have him take him out at WrestleMania. To me, I don't think WWE would do it. I would be totally fine with it as far as the kind of returning angle and, you know, against all the odds and the injury and having his father pass away and being out all this time and come back and win the Rumble and like he should have last year and then go win the title again at WrestleMania. To me, it's a perfect setup, but for some reason, I just don't think WWE is going to do it. I don't think they want to have the same outcome and the same feel to the end of this year's WrestleMania as it was at last year's WrestleMania. I think that's bullshit because I think it's a great setup, and I think he is by far the hottest fucking guy and has been for time and time again, the biggest fucking babyface, gets the best fucking reactions, and people just give a shit more about him than anyone else. So I just think it's the right move. I just don't think they're going to pull it off. I just think they want to make this guy. I think they want to make Roman Reigns, and they want to make him the next guy, and it's feeling more shoved down our throats than it's feeling a natural, organic flow to a guy becoming the guy. It's not fluid. It doesn't feel natural. It just feels very forced. And nothing in wrestling, when it comes to this biggest of, and these names that are around, you know, this time right now, nothing about it should be forced. It should be very fluid and very natural. And the Daniel Bryan returning after injury, winning the title against Brock Lesnar, against the most dominant force we've seen in wrestling to date, you know, in any time over the past recent memory, and beating him at WrestleMania in the main event to win the World Championship. It's just too good to be true. And I hope they go that route. That's my heart pick is Daniel Bryan. Have him come in 1 or 2. Have him go throughout the entire fucking Rumble. He's looked great since his return. It literally looks like he hasn't fucking missed a beat. So have him come in early, fucking dominate. I think another Iron Man type choice as far as getting lengthy time as a Dolph Ziggler. I think you'll see a lot of him. Ambrose, I think, will be there towards the end as well. And a Bray Wyatt, I think, will be teased towards the end as well. And goddamn, we'd be all for a fucking Bray Wyatt win for sure. So going to be a lot of unpredictable stuff. See a lot of returns, some debuts, and a very interesting core of young talent, which is great to see young talent towards the end of this Royal Rumble matchup that should be some great stuff, and hopefully it'll deliver this Sunday, and definitely looking forward to, as it is every year, to the Royal Rumble matchup. If
Roman Reigns wins this, and we have to see Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, your undercard better be fucking outstandingly awesome.
Stacked.
If Daniel Bryan wins this, like J-Man says, I could just see same shit, but like we were talking in pre-show, it'll be like last year's Mania, last 10 minutes of last year's Mania. Like J-Man said, there's so many names out there. It's like a dartboard. You could just throw a name and then explain why that person could win it. If you put a gun to my head, who would win this? I'm gonna have to go with my gut and go with Ziggler. Just the way he got fired, then came back and dealt with all the bullshit of the authority and all that nonsense, and he's one of the few that actually deserve it. Roman Reigns is just complete garbage. I don't think he'll ever be ready unless he gets a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Because his promos are just fucking horrific. His wrestling's really not that good. I hate to compare Roman Reigns to Goldberg, but we're almost there.
Not too far off.
His matches can literally only last.
Well, except for Goldberg was over as a motherfucker and Drew like massive, and I don't see Roman Reigns doing that.
But see,
ever.
I'm talking more like movesets.
Oh yeah, put them both in the ring. It's scary.
So I'm just kind of at the point where I finally I think people are gonna start realizing that Roman Reigns is garbage, and they're just gonna start falling off the bandwagon, and they're gonna have to either revamp him or just release him. But I think WWE is so far up his ass because of him being related to The Rock, they're gonna have to do something with him. But the only way it would make sense in his promo being complete garbage is getting the mouthpiece, like I said. I see Ambrose. I see a couple other names, like a Randy winning this. You could also have like a fucking nobody winning this, like somebody that would be like a shot in the dark. Like Kofi Kingston, I highly doubt they'll give him a push, but just somebody like Cesaro's, or like somebody that like in that aspect of, we're gonna give this guy a good run and see what he can do. What's the worst that could happen? He actually performed good at Mania. They had a good push for Cesaro last year, and then kind of fell off. Now you see him buried in the fucking pre-show match. Maybe that'll be a little hint. I don't know. Like J-Man said, this is the hour unexpected that nobody really knows what the fuck's going on. There's so many names that are thrown out there, but it's not like we're going to sit there and check them off. It's just going to be like J-Man said, it's the beginning of our Christmas time, beginning of WrestleMania. Yep. And once we hit here, it's like getting into October. We have 2 more months, and we have Mania finally. So a lot can happen. Hopefully some things don't. If they do, right, they do. We just have to live with it. But like I said, if we have a Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania, 1, your undercard has to be stacked, and the NXT title has to be on the line.
Whew, that'd be great.
And 2, I better bring a pillow.
You probably won't have to take a nap too long because I don't think the match. I don't think they can carry past fucking 12 minutes.
I'll be on the back 40.
Back 40. Boy, be on the back 40 with his pillar. Oh. With his pillar taking a nappy poo.
I'll be shooting some squirrels for dinner.
Is that what he said? I don't know if he said that or not. Final 4. Predict Final 4.
Bray Wyatt, Ziggler, Bryan, Orton.
I was going to say Orton too. I'm going to go Reigns, Bryan, Ziggler, and either a combination of Orton, Wyatt, and Ambrose. I think that'll be like the top 7.
But I also, like I said, like we were talking in pre-show, I also see Taker coming back. Kind of one of those things that kind of shoved underneath the rug. And
you can see a setup, and I think we saw, I think me and Ryan were sitting here when we were watching some show or something like that, and he said there was like some teaser for like, I don't know if it was a fan-made one. I don't know if WWE put it out, but I think he said it was on WWE's like Twitter page or Facebook or some shit or whatever, but they haven't shown it on TV, which makes you think it's probably fan-made, but said there was something returning or something debuting or some shit or something going down, and it looked kind of Taker-esque. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll see it here. Maybe we'll see signs of it. Maybe signs of what they did at the 04 Rumble with setting up the Kane and Taker match, where they had the entrant come out and then it wasn't anything. It was just the fucking dong. I swear, I still remember watching that. I was like,
holy shit.
Because that's the first time we've seen like old school Taker in so long. But great moments, great fucking
See,
matches.
there'd be a couple people that I'd be cool with that happening if like Wyatt was sitting there dominating and that dong had maybe.
We could see it there. That's true.
Just
that's
the
really
stuff
true.
like setting up for Mania because I don't.
You could maybe see Wyatt like come out pretty early, just dominate, take everybody out, and just have him be in there, and then do that same type thing. I mean, I could really see that. I think that'd be fucking gas.
I think we'd all fucking be dead.
Oh
but,
god, we'd be jizzing all over ourselves.
But like I said, I don't want to see. I want to see Taker actually wrestle a good match this year.
I think that would be it.
I think because like we were talking pre-show, next year's Mania just got announced for Texas, so you know he's gonna probably go in the hall there, which would make so much sense.
Right.
But then,
could still wrestle there too. I mean, it'd be weird to have him get inducted the night before it'd be his last match, unless they. Yeah, true. He's not very Flair-like, because I mean, you come out and talk about his career and then be back in character the next night. You know what I mean? It kind of almost like you need the end of it, and then it's just regular Taker.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Which I don't care. That'd be 2 more matches to get out of him. But gonna be a great show, no matter how terrible the fucking undercard is. Nobody gives a fuck about the undercard at a WrestleMania, at a Royal Rumble. It's all about either the title match and the Royal Rumble. That's all anybody gives a
also,
shit
if we don't have the Royal Rumble has to be main event. If it's not,
oh god, please, Jesus.
I would love to see the title match, but not like probably an hour before.
No, I don't even think that. I think they had.
I think it's happened once.
No, it's happened a couple times. Did they have Rock and Punk as the main event at 20? Because I know for a fact 06.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
06 they had Mark Henry and Kurt Angle as the main event because they had the Undertaker return. They put the Undertaker's return over the Royal Rumble match and having Rey Mysterio win it for.
What year was that?
That was 2013. I want to say I want to say that was the main event. I want to say they had Rock win the title was the main event. So it's only happened a couple times, but we definitely hope. I think it's to put the title match sub-main before the Rumble, especially with this title match, with almost like how the pieces will be put together or whatever route they go. Like if they have Cena win, then it makes the Rumble fucking wide open. I don't really know what route they're going to go.
Another name is Ryback that they've been throwing out for
For what?
Rumble winners.
You could just go backwards 5 seconds and just take back what you just said.
Yeah, that was.
Unless he's talking about the Kentucky barbecue shack that he was a cook at. That's all I give a shit about.
The Rock Punk was main event.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Because the match restarted after his Shield interfered.
They definitely need to make that sub main and then make Rumble's always got to be the fucking main event. That's the shit. So I mean that's what you got to do. But definitely look forward to this Sunday Royal Rumble, the most exciting pay-per-view of the year, and we're going to be all over it. Look for a jacked up and probably stacked lineup on the Pulse review this Sunday. So gonna be all over it. Gonna be a lot of fun and really exciting stuff and unpredictable stuff, and that's what we love the most. So this will now wrap up our WWE Royal Rumble 2015 preview. Be sure to check out our review after the pay-per-view Sunday. From my partner,
I got a question.
What's up?
I wonder if they're gonna like deflate the ring so somebody would have the aspect of, but they won't know about it. But you never know. They made like deflate somebody's like.
You're gonna make me redo this whole entire fucking outro again. Fucking Whitey T.
Whitey T.
Nice. No, you're not wearing a white tee. Fucking mohawk.
Oh.
Whitey T.
Whitey T, nigga.
Whoa.
I'm gonna connect it one of these times. Whoa. Like it's just gonna go like straight up, like so like a helmet.
That makes a lot of sense. Helmet. Run back 40. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Is it time to play hockey?
This will now wrap up our WWE Royal Rumble 2015 preview. Be sure to check out Pro Wrestling Pulse's review after the pay-per-view Sunday. For my partner Quaddy, who hopefully won't interrupt me this time, I am J-Man, and thank you for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse, the pulse of the stop drinking shit professional wrestling world.